Welcome back to Rome favorite map, where I play the map I've played way too much. What I call God mode, because I've already played the map before and have insider info. But this playthrough, I'm trying to optimize a domination victory, like as pure and concise as possible. Let's go ahead and take a look at the notes to recap. In the ancient era, I completed bronze working. Got iron, and I don't have a legion yet, but that will happen very soon. I do have an encampment, so I can cross that off my list. Working towards a general now. Masonry, I need to buy. I have, but I need to buy a battering ram. And right now, I'll go ahead and highlight for this era. We are about assaulting the Netherlands and going after Nijmegen first and foremost. Suzerain status, I have it under conquest, but let's make that its own point, because Bander Brunei I have, but I need to get my governor there because Katarja right behind me in a number of envoys. And then after that, getting science going and settling all this open land is important too. So I've got my work cut out for me. But we're off to a good start because I am starting the classic era with a choice, a golden era choice. I'm actually not sure what I want to do here. The boost to science is good, but I'm prioritizing other things than putting up a commercial hub, which would give me additional science. Inspirations I'm not going to focus on, but the +1 culture for each specialty district could help, given that I already have an encampment up. So considering that, monumentality, I don't have a source of faith. Sometimes I do put up a holy site amongst the mountains, but I'm just forgoing religion this playthrough and kind of going for that great general instead of a great prophet. And then I could go, honestly, like sometimes I'm able to, the +4 great prophet points per turn sometimes is enough to catch up, because then you can use your religion to to advance military things like science and production. However, I'm not going to mess with that this playthrough. I'm doing domination, and the religion's just going to take my attention away from building more encampments. Know what I mean? So let's go actually for pen, brush, and voice to 10% of civic cost, and then I'll be getting +1 culture from that encampment and any additional districts I built this era. All right, so let's recap what's going on. I haven't mentioned for a while, I still have this scout positioned all the way up here. Oh! And he's investigating. So the city's got to be like this right here. I can't see it based on these hills, but we'll see if anyone comes out. I'm now in their territory in the north, kind of seeing what's up, checking their back door. Let's check the barbarian situation before getting into the meat and potatoes of my military strategy. I'm searching for the barbarian camp in the southwest. Canada is starting to settle in my direction, so I have this settler headed out here. He should really get an escort, but I'm going to risk it. Let's have some... I can try to work a scout back that way to help him out. Down in the southeast, I'm working on this barbarian camp. So again, like a barbarian camp I haven't discovered on the west, a barbarian camp I have discovered on the east. I don't see any others out here, but there's some unexplored territory, so got to be careful about an unwelcome barbarian. This builder, I'm going to start sending... He has one build left, so I can at least get one tile improved with this new city I found. My units are all healing between taking what I needed to do to take the settler and then some flood damage. I'm just going to keep everyone positioned on my side of the river. Bander Brunei's kind of wasting their units. I would like to levy them. but I still don't have a governor there yet, so that's unfortunate. But I should soon. 7 turns till state workforce, and now I'm getting +1 culture from my encampment due to the Golden Era policy. Rome's production, I finished that encampment, so I'm going to go straight into the barracks to advance towards the Great General. Canada is actually leading the Great General race. Yeah, I could potentially snag the profit, as I mentioned, but I'm not going to worry about it this time. In this game, like, ultimately it may pay for itself to put up a holy site and get some domestic bonuses. But we're going domination. Let's get a Great General. This is turn 49, and this kicks off the Classic Era. All right, so we are now beginning turn 55, and I've finished state workforce. Awesome. I have I can build a government plaza, which getting the warlord's throne for the production bonus when you capture a city is a no-brainer for a domination attempt. So I'll put that under science, because I want to do that. Policies, I could change unit maintenance, but I'm getting like, I think 20 a turn from Canada for this. Yeah, I'm getting 20 a turn from Canada for the war, and then 8 a turn from our trade deal. So I am flushed with cash. I'm building the barracks, but then I'm going to be building more, start pumping out legions after that is done. So I'm going to leave on the production bonus. I'm tempted to do the barbarian fighting bonus because I'm losing ground there, which you'll see in a second. Once I get my government up, I'm going to rush for some Great General points. I'm almost about to settle my second city and get that 6 population, but I only need 1 more turn for early empire, so I'm just going to do that. Most importantly, I got my first governor, so I can finally assign Amani to Bander Bruni, and once she's established, I'll have a 3-point lead on Gatarja, assuming she doesn't add any more there, because I would have levied this military, but I don't want to waste the cash having it flip right after I do that. All right. In the last 5 turns, Bander Bruni roughed up the Netherlands. As you can see, their units here are missing some health, so they did a good job with that. The barbarian situation hasn't been great. A warrior spawned in the southeast, so I'm just booking it back to Rome with him to heal up. And similarly in the southwest, the slinger found the camp all the way down next to this volcano, so hard to get to. And so I'm just running away there. My scout retreated. This scout came over to kind of give some protection to this settler, which was good because there was a barbarian scout I didn't know about. But luckily there's some city-state units kind of fighting that battle for me. All right. I did purchase a battering ram with money, but I still have 587 in the bank, which is just crazy. I finished archery, so I'll be able to upgrade that slinger in the city I'm about to found, and I switched my research to head towards writing, which I need a campus as that's part of my goals, and that advances me towards apprenticeship long term. It's in that chain of research. So finally, and most importantly, is what's going on in Nijmegen. I've taken some damage, but I now have it under siege. They attacked with some units I took out, but they also retreated a bit, so I got to be careful about counterattack coming from the north here. But before they get walls up, let's do as much damage as possible. So that is a healthy start. This warrior almost died, but then I pillaged the farm, so he's just going to heal. But as you can see, we're in good shape to take Nijmegen and the pyramids along with it. That leaves one last thing to do this turn, and that is move this warrior and create my first legion for a healthy +4 era score. Anything else? Oh, this scout can wait there. And that concludes turn 55. All right, we are starting turn 56. Didn't play this turn for you as well because lots is happening very quickly. My settler is now in the position I want to settle in this defensively advantageous kind of river meeting spot. There's 2 iron, wheat, and cows, so lots or pastures, cattle. The slinger needs to heal and then upgrade to an archer, which I just completed. So I'm gonna switch positions with the scout. There is this barbarian spearman did follow me all the way up here, but now I need a little more firepower to finish taking him down. I've got a builder here with 1 build for that new city, which I'll found next turn. So that's the southwest. Let's take care of the southeast. Oh, he's still retreating. He's going to make it all the way back to Rome. I might get that iron mine pillaged. Oops. Research. I finished early empire, which clears me up to begin researching political philosophy. For my first governor, I'm going domination, so Victor is the obvious choice. Increases city garrison strength by +5, so after taking a city, he establishes in 3 turns. But long term, I want to get him up to the third one, which gives cities in the city he's stationed in an additional strike and free promotion to units traded in that city. So sometimes I'm going to have to bounce him to the cities I capture for his loyalty bonus. Other times I'll try to put him back in Rome to get some free promotions. I do have my first legion here and battering ram advancing up the road that was actually built by my trader, but future roads will be built automatically when I conquer, which frees me up now to see what I want to do here with Nijmegen. Let's just do some attacks and see what I can do. Yes. Trigger for drama and poetry because I got the pyramids. Trigger for irrigation. It is indeed losing loyalty, so I'm going to go ahead and put Victor there to hold that. So despite the combination of Golden Era and Governor is just enough to keep this city, considering I don't know what other cities they have up here. Oh, it's better now that I clicked. Yeah, it's rising 7.7, so let's leave him there until it's at full loyalty and then see if I can move him. I'm going to start repairing the monument to help with that as well. Advancing my spearmen up this clearing here to kind of just hold the line. And that is turn 56. All right, a couple turns have gone by. This is the start of turn 59. Some really interesting developments. I thought about trying to record some more, but for consideration of your time, I'll summarize here. In the southwest, I was finally able to use the settler I stole from the Netherlands to found Cumae on this strategically on a hill surrounded mostly by river, so very a defensive outpost kind of mainly. I settled here because the resources and the defensive positioning and it being on the next continent. Once I settled, I was able to upgrade my slinger to an archer, and I can now take out the spearman. My scout, who had the hills bonus, was able to get around the spearman, and so now I can finally clear that camp and get big arrow points for it. So I'm really happy with how this turned out, that I was able to draw the spearman out. Sometimes getting down to this camp, you'll be like fighting man-at-arms or musket men because it's so hard, even if you're killing back the barbarians, to actually get here to clear the camp. So that was really ideal. Going to build a pasture down here, by the way, to get the trigger for that. Down in the southeast, though, so it's kind of like having good luck in the southwest. Southeast, I'm still just retreating. I'll probably die even if I fortify here, which means that barbarian's probably going to pillage this mine, but oh well. Here in Rome, I want to keep building units to make the most of my Pantheon belief, since unlike some Pantheon beliefs that keep giving, it's kind of like once you get to medieval units, your Pantheon doesn't matter anymore. So I do want to be building more units, but I went ahead and prioritized an encampment training because I've put a lot of work into starting to accumulate great general points. I'm right now second in the race behind Canada, but hopefully we'll see how many points I get from this encampment training. Canada did ask me not to settle near him, and I went ahead with the promise to get the diplomatic points, which I may just sell back to him in a few turns if I need cash, which is pretty funny. Let's see, that's turn 59, so it's about turn 60, so I'm going to make a note, turn 90, that I can settle near Canada again. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and hopefully get, for all my work clear in this area, I would like to be able to settle another city, especially just because there's a ton of silver here that would be bring me a lot of money. So let's I haven't really tacked anything yet, but I'm going to attack a city spot right there at the foot of this, at the mouth, or not mouth, the head of this river, or the top of this river, the origin of this river. In the so that Netherlands did make a peace offer with lots of money, and I said no, and don't ask me again because I want all the cities, or until I decide the war is over. There was a flood here in Nijmegen that changed some tile yields. Oh wow, yeah, so lots of food on some of these, and I have a builder hard at work with... He's got 5 builds. Oh, this is the one I captured. She must have had the governor there. So this builder's got a lot of work to do repairing Nijmegen to help it grow big. Anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, when I built my archer, I got an envoy at Johannesburg, so I now have one there, and I'm getting that production bonus in my capital, so that's a nice little bonus. Yeah, so as I mentioned a lot in a couple turns, but the most importantly here is my military healing, beefing up, added a promotion to prepare for my assault on this city here, whatever it may be. Yep, so just moving things along there. And that concludes turn 59. Alright, picking right back up on turn 61. Just healing up. It's really a relief to be done with the barbarian here in the southwest. I got this warrior back to heal at Rome, but this barbarian's going to pillage the mine. I decided to build some settlers. I finished my encampment training, so my great general points. I'm now about tied with... Now I'm only 1 point behind Canada in the race for a great general. And I upgraded some legions. So I did have like 500 money, or 500 gold, but now I'm down to 158. But still bringing in 29 a turn. God bless Canada. This chariot's coming for my scout, so I might have to withdraw with him. But for right now, I'm going to fortify and see how much he does when defending. So I am now ready to start moving my legions into position, and my spearmen and this chariot are just holding the flank to make sure, or just holding the flank so they can't get around me. I have a complete wall now between these mountains. We're going in. I got my battering ram, so we are going into Amsterdam. Ooh, I do need to withdraw that scout. He took so much damage. Yes, and now we have political philosophy. I went with irrigation to... I need some amenities, so I did irrigation and then queued up a rush to apprenticeship. I have currency. What is it? Currency, horseback riding, and apprenticeship all queued up, so we are rushing apprenticeship now. I did trigger feudalism by repairing some farms in Nijmegen, so all good news. All good news except for this scout needing to run away from this chariot. I'll do drama and poetry next since it's already triggered. And we are naturally, as a domination attempt, going oligarchy for +4 combat strength for select units and plus 20% experience points. Alright, now that I have these legions up, I could do unit maintenance down, I could do barbarian combat bonus, and but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm building archers, and I have legions. So I'm gonna go ahead. My budget's good, but let's make it even better. Saving up money for the day I need man at arms. For the economic policy, I'm tempted to reduce the cost of purchasing a tile by 20% to get some of the spots in Rome that I want, but I'll just leave it as +1 production in all cities. I want to do +2 influence points per turn towards earning city-state envoys to maintain Bander Bruni and start working on Wallen. But I really want that first great general, so I'm attaching that wildcard policy for now. Alright, so let's begin this assault on Amsterdam. So right now I'm just surrounding the city. I have my battering ram in position, so I can start doing damage on the walls. Again, I have these units here holding the flank. I have a promotion. There's a farm I can pillage, but he's already missing some health, so instead of attacking and getting his health pretty low, I'm just going to heal with this legion here. I started moving this scout north just to do some scouting. And this scout's making his way back after exploring the tundra a little bit. And that's turn 62. Counterattack. Have another spearman healed up. And there's another city. So Amsterdam and Rotterdam are both 5s. But we're working on taking Amsterdam. So just got to do damage to these walls, man. You're healed up a little, so I kind of want to heal him more, but let's go ahead and just take the walls down so I'm not accumulating the range damage from walls. Nice. Repair or build a sugar plantation, so that helped my amenities situation a little bit. Looks like they withdrew that chariot, so this scout can move back here and just start healing. Okay, so there's a passage between Wallen and Samark. So interesting. I really do have Vendia, my home continent of Panatia walled off by these mountains. There's a narrow pass near Rome, and then there's a narrow pass by Samarkand. So yeah, really all the way down to the bottom is mountains. So like getting Cumae, getting a foothold on this continent helps me. Like if I need to attack in this direction, I'm not. They don't, I don't have Canada with a city here building an encampment. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about my decision to send the settler that way. As expected, this barbarian pillaged my iron mine, so I'll need to get that repaired while my warrior is healing. But then at least I'll be able to upgrade him to a man at arms before resuming my push eastward. Let's see what happens in Amsterdam. Ooh, they have a catapult up. But my units did not take any further damage. I'm promoting to defending against range attacks due to that catapult. If there's one catapult, there's probably going to be more. Just micromanaging my units here. Nijmegen has finished repairing its monument and granary. I just want to build up a ton of farms in preparation for feudalism. Keep a builder on hand to repair them. Yep, I'll just queue up a builder there. And then yeah, because I still got 3 builds left with this builder, so no need to... Well, yeah, can't hurt to have another builder. Good, my archer's done, so I'm going to head him east to start fighting my way east again a little bit. Cumae, I'm just going to leave this archer here. This is, again, just kind of more of a strategic positioning city. And this scout is good to come up all up in that. Oh, barbarian archer. Oh, so there's a new barbarian camp a little bit to the west. I missed that come up. All right, and that's turn 64. And no thanks, Canada. Oh, there's a second catapult. Oh no, there's a barbarian scout, so there might be a barbarian camp up this way. So yeah, this map is super fun, but with all this open land, like the barbarians are persistent. All right, let's see what we can do to Amsterdam. And there we go. Mathematics has been triggered as I got I guess 2 more districts. I got a holy site and a campus. So that's awesome. We are keeping that, and that's a capital city, so that's a huge era bonus. And Netherlands, it looks like the capital has moved to Rotterdam here. So after I heal up, that will be what I work on next. And of course, in Amsterdam, we're just going to repair the monument, granary, and then library. I might send the builder from Nijmegen up to Amsterdam rather than build a builder in Amsterdam. I don't think there's too much more to do this turn, but let's just... Oh, I caught that archer's attention, and now he's coming for me. Oh, no. All right, and that's turn 65. All right, nothing too wild happened between turns 66 to 70. This is the start of turn 70. Cumae's fine. The builder's almost done. One of the archers I built with Rome is out here, so going to fight my way back towards these barbarians. This scout is making its way into Greece and has found Sparta's a 4, Athens is a 6, lots of districts. Oh yeah, Gorgo Science is 53, whereas mine is only 16. This scout, we found a third passage, but then there's a lake, so between Johannesburg and Greece is pretty untraversable. There's a barbarian sword. I was going to go that way, but now there's a barbarian swordsman, so there's that. I started finally fighting back this barbarian warrior from the southeast. My legion is advancing, and I sent one of the archers to the east to kind of, prevent barbarians from coming. However, a barbarian camp spawned right here. Banderbruni is probably going to take this camp down, but just in case it starts spawning swordsmen, I moved my spearmen down in this direction. And then over the course of the last few turns, my legions have just been healing up. I started advancing towards Rotterdam. I'm going to build a Roman fort up on this hill. And then that barbarian scout moved away, so let's see if I can find where it went. I'm moving my chariot out that direction to give that scout some support. And I just recruited a great general, and I didn't look which one it was. Sun Tzu, which is classic and medieval era units bonus, and it creates Art of War. I'm pretty sure that's the very first great general. Did it say? I didn't say it was the first one, but I think it's the first one. In Rome, again, to give the most of my pantheon, I'm producing more legions, so I'm going to send one out east and one out west, so kind of just working on my borders. Probably should send more to the front line, but it's a long way there, and I'm just want to secure my sides. My budget's good, so that's not a problem. That will become... I'm only 7 turns away from being down 28 gold a turn from Canada, so we'll see how that plays out. But that's turn 70. Alright, a couple turns have gone by, now it's turn 72. My archers are checking out. Ooh, barbarian swordsman. Oh, another barbarian swordsman. So this camp is... Canada this camp is close to their capital, but they're having trouble with these swordsmen and such. So I feel good that I have these archers to kind of keep them away from my city. Speaking of which, Kume has its another builder, so I can finally get some extra iron mines going. With all these barbarians out this way, let's go ahead and start ancient walls there. Most of the walls I'll put up once I have the policy to increase 100% production on them, but let's get that first one because that'll give me the Eureka for... Which technology is that? Engineering. So we'll start on walls out there. Rome is still just making another legion. I'll send this one out east to fight those swordsmen. I finally got this barbarian in the southeast withdrawing, so hopefully I'll be able to take that down soon. This barbarian camp up near Nijmegen is surrounded by Banderbrune swordsmen and my spearmen. In the very north and east, my scout is checking out. It found a barbarian camp here, and I'm sending... Of course, a heavy chariot's not ideal to fight that spearman, but it'll at least be able to hold the defense against them advancing much at all. Nijmegen finished a builder. I'm sending it up to Amsterdam because there's silk to improve and also a horse that they had built a farm before they revealed it, presumably, because it's a farm on a horse instead of a pasture. They must not have had animal husbandry yet. And Nijmegen, I'm going to throw up a theater district next to the pyramids because that just seems appropriate. I have an envoy to distribute. I did at some point change my policy after getting the Great General. I'm now back to getting starting to get more influence points. I really want to get Wolin, but Cahokia, I must have completed a quest and stuff because I actually have 2 envoys there, so I'm actually going to become its first suzerain, mainly just for those era points, but that reveals more of the map out here, and oh wow, Greece has a city under siege to barbarians, but my scout needs to get away from there. The scout's still just trying to make his way, but all these Greek warriors are making it so my scout can't get through. So I think that is mostly what's going on, but most importantly here is my legions moving into position here and doing my first wall damage towards Rotterdam. Getting this general is such an effort, but oh man, are these legions. They all have 1 promotion, I think. Defending against ranged attacks, defending against ranged attacks, defending against ranged attacks. And so normally I like to diversify the promotions because then when you make cores later on, like, you have variety. But with these catapults, these legions are meant to stay alive since I'm not sending more legions up here quite yet. So yeah, they have they're pumping out catapults quickly, so I feel good. Ooh, that barbarian attacked my legion, so I'm well on my way to clearing that camp, but I have an archer backing up. Let's send this legion east. I completed games and recreation. I'll do military training since I already triggered the inspiration for it. And cool, I'm going to get the last hit on this barbarian camp. Big bundle of arrow points there. Alright, so I've kept you... a lot of that's pretty typical, but I wanted to see how much damage I can do to do here at Rotterdam. Ooh, so we are 1 hit away from Rotterdam. I'm actually going to diversify promotions. I'm going Domination, so I'll be able to... I'll probably just produce the new units to form cores instead of combining these units, depending on their positioning. We'll see. Ooh, these swordsmen are coming my way now. This is not good. But luckily I have both archers in pretty defensive positions, so we'll see. Oh, my scout might get attacked there. I wonder what Greece is doing fighting off these barbarians. Yeah, my legions are taking... Between the general and the government, giving my unit strength and the promotion. These units are like taking no damage from oh, taking Rotterdam. Oh, there we go. All right, Netherlands is done. We took the settler, took Nijmegen, took Amsterdam, and took Rotterdam. Rotterdam's important because I don't have anything on the coast. I ideally would have had a navy going by this point, but yeah, plowed straight ahead into Netherlands. So on turn 74, I have conquered the Netherlands entirely and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities up. So huge. I'm already almost to a golden age with at least 15 turns remaining in the age. The question is, where do I go from here? Because I've been so hyper focused on that it's a really good question. Oh, down here in the southeast, they now have a swordsman, but I have a legion, so don't feel too threatened there. Rome needs to build something. I can still keep pumping out units because I still have ancient and classical units, of course. However, I'm behind in science. Let's go ahead and throw up a +5 campus. Again, I described as this map is awesome because there's this amazing spot for a campus. There is a what you call it, geothermal fissure in 2 mountains, so that's +4, but I gotta go for the +5 campus up here. Really the question is, where do I go from here? I haven't even looked at my notes in a while because I've had such a good grasp on what I'm doing. So general, got that, and that helped me do that last push to take Rotterdam, although I think I would have been fine without it, but now it'll help those legions move where I need them to. Battering ram, I bought that a while ago. Conquest, Netherlands and Nijmegen are all complete. Big win there. Cross those off. So really, like, all my preparation for the Classic Age is kind of all snapping, and I'm the suzerain of Banda Brunei. Yeah, I got that governor, so that's all done. I guess next I'll add Wollin, since that's kind of... I took Cahokia, but I don't care if I lose them. I just wanted the arrow points. Science I'm working on now, followed by next I'll put up a government plaza to build that Warlord's Throne, so my next conquest is good. And then settling. I might start building settlers in some of these newly acquired cities, because I just need to take more turf. Which begs the question, Rotterdam, let's put under bronze working. Let's prioritize sailing. The fact I don't have a single boat is I need to start knowing I need to start in that early, start getting Eureka's, because there'll come a time where I'm like, oh, I need to explore the oceans, and I haven't started that yet. Yeah, so I don't have sailing. I didn't get the trigger for it because I didn't found a city on the coast. I conquered a city on the coast, alas. So that's not ideal. But I might research that next. But I'm working on apprenticeship, which I think I gotta stick with, because I'll have man-at-arms in 11 turns, and that'll just be... I love my legions, but man-at-arms are even better, so... oh shoot, Scout, you need to run away from that. We are dealing with the swordsmen. I caught their attention. I wanted them to keep attacking Canada, but alas, they're coming my way. But I do have my legion on the way, so I don't feel too threatened. And that was turn 74. Looks like Katarja's pretty upset with me based on the fact I just eradicated a civ. So she might have just... I haven't really... Well, again, without boats, like, I'm seeing a warrior of hers and a missionary. Her capital's up here. I haven't explored. I'm trying to get the scout through here. Oh, Candy. Hello, Candy. I wonder if that camp is gone, because there's been these barbarians, but I don't see a camp. Greece might have done that. working on this camp. So lots going on. Kind of that like calm after the war of like, oh, I just knocked off like all these objectives. So I'm kind of at like a reset point. So I'm gonna play for a bit. It'll probably be. I've been showing you lots of turns as I assaulted Amsterdam and Rotterdam. So it'll probably be a few more turns before we resume with something interesting. And that concludes turn 75.
All right, it is turn 81. A couple turns have gone by. I've done a few things, kind of mix up the strategy actually to take advantage of this peaceful post-war time before I start my next assault. So my scouts have uncovered a little bit more. I want to explore Indonesia here, but they've denounced me, so I don't have open borders. So I'm actually moving my scouts back towards my borders here. I think Indonesia like kind of wants to fight me because there's this warrior here I can't get past with my scouts, but like she's just sitting there with it. In the northeast, my chariot, actually a barbarian swordsman spawned, but I just posted it up defensively, and that was enough to be able to take down the, I just waited until the swordsman and spearmen attacked and kept healing, used a promotion on my heavy chariot here, and was able to take down the camp that way. As far as some of how I tweaked my strategy, I did switch it up from apprenticeship to knockout sailing in a couple turns. So Rotterdam, after I finish the monument and granary, I'm now building a few galleys because I really want to get those Eurekas going and start making my way towards cartography to be able to figure out my long-term strategy and prepare for Renaissance fun. So the policies I changed up. I added naval units production bonus and also settlers production bonus. I decided in everything but Rotterdam just to throw up some settlers to expand my land holdings and be more prepared, try to claim some land so barbarians aren't spawning as close to my primary stuff. So I'm building a settler in Cumae. I built one already in Rome I'm sending over here, and I have one coming in Nijmegen and Amsterdam. My main army, I'm actually moving down here. I've kind of taken these legions that were going to fight the barbarians in the southeast and southwest. I've actually moved up this way to bulk up my main army a little more. I've decided actually to take Samarkand. Getting through this mountainous pass to attack something over here would be quite a lot to just move my units through there, or wait for a trader to build a road even would take time. And then I just wouldn't have the loyalty to keep anything that I attack out here. I kind of want to attack Canada since their cities are being bombarded so heavily by these barbarians. But again, that's really far away from where my army is. So I've actually set my eyes here on Samarkand. It's got a commercial hub, and with my trade starting to run thin from Canada, I did make some money. Gorgo bought some diplomacy points, and Canada bought... +4 from Canada. Oh, Canada bought some salt off me, so I do have +10 coming in a turn from trade deals. But still, my military's budget is 14 gold at the moment. So, yeah, capturing Samarkand for this commercial hub would be quite important. In Amsterdam, I did improve these horses and the silk for. So I can have some swordsmen in the future, have more amenities from silk. That's great. I did reassign Victor, the governor, to Rome. He's only got 2 of 3 promotions, but once he gets that 3rd units built, we'll get a free promotion, which I need to get some catapults after I finish apprenticeship. That's probably what I'll go after. My trade route to Wohlen completed, so I finally have a road through this mountain pass. And I sent it to Bruni. That was their quest. So let's check there. Yeah, so Guitarsia did get a 4th envoy, but now I'm up to 7, so we're still in good shape there. And then barbarians. This legion cleared this camp and kept exploring here. And my archer and scout over this way found that all these boats are coming from this barbarian camp, so I'm going to heal up this archer and try to take out that spearman there. And the scout's going to clear up the rest, find the rest of the coast over here. So lots of good stuff going on. Samarkand, it looks like their military was recently levied by Greece. So that kind of clears me up to go after an assault. I might have some trouble with certain tiles. But yeah, I'm taking this commercial hub from them will be good. Now, Gorgo actually likes me right now, but not for long after pulling this stunt, probably, since I think she was, Gorgo's the suzerain of Samarkand, which I had interest in becoming suzerain of Samarkand, but I'm not focusing on envoys, honestly. I might not even leave that accumulating envoys more quickly policy up indefinitely, and building a diplomatic order. I'm doing domination, so diplomacy ain't the name of the game here. So yeah, just taking that commercial hub and trade route for myself actually seems quite lucrative. So that's what we're gonna go after here. In Kume, I'm gonna drop 130 gold to get this awesome mountain tile to build a campus, but this builder I'm actually just gonna wait until it's ready for the campus to chop the deer for production. I did take down the barbarian spearman and capture a settler with 1 build left, so that was a nice little prize. I thought about trying to take out the barbarian camp, but I mean, it's weakening Canada. On one hand, it's like I don't want them to lose too much because I want to conquer it, but like, yeah, it's keeping Canada busy, so that's, weakens them. They're a little ahead of me in science. Guitars is behind me in science, and Gorga is way ahead of me in science, so kind of got a different situation there. Yeah, so nice peaceful Samarkand's returning fire now that I'm moving in. Alright, already have it under siege since since I went ahead with positioning my military ahead of time. Nothing too exciting, just typical maintenance. But I'm keeping this feed running for this assault of Samarkand. Oh good, got my first boat. So first and foremost, I want to see if I can get any more view of Indonesia up here. Look at that boat, saving that builder to chop that forest in a moment. Very nice. Alright, time to start doing wall damage to Samarkand. Wow, these legions with the general. I took the walls out in 2 hits. Between all the support bonus, government bonus, general bonus, promotions. Beautiful. I'm going to build Cahokia Mounds here. Cahokia Mounds provide +3 gold. Hard to argue with that. Cities receive +1 amenity from their first Cahokia Mound improvement. Upon discovering natural history, cities receive more stuff, and then more stuff for feudalism and replaceable parts. +1 housing, so +3 gold, +1 amenity, and +1 housing. That's pretty dang good. So yeah, having this Cahokia Mound here in Kamei should help that grow a little bit. Oh, a goody hut. An undiscovered goody hut way out here. Nice, I got the boost for defense tactic and theology. I don't know how much that might not have helped me that much with defensive tactics, but hey, I'll take it. So I could switch to the 100% walls. Ooh, and now Victor has that promotion to get the free. Let me check here. Yeah, I'm gonna go walls and navy. That'll cost me a bit. Ooh, 15 gold. I wasn't. Yeah, okay. Actually, that was not the smartest. But let's go ahead and just queue up walls, though. I want to. Now that I'm starting to pick more fights again, I want to get those up real quickly. So my science is being postponed just a touch for walls and settlers, but yeah, just using the peace with other civs to go ahead and do those things. All right, and that was a very quick takedown of Smartland. I'm feeling good about that, so I'm actually gonna try to do the same thing for Johannesburg. Just take it and increase my buffer, increase my resources. Especially they have mountains to build campus with as well. And then I'll start working on a market there to get a second trade route up. Because yeah, the fact I only have one trade route is Rome into the classic era. I want to fix that. Alright, so I got a settler up in Amsterdam. I have this heavy chariot up here, so yeah, I'm gonna come and settle way out here to have another coastal city for boats. Alright, found another one of Indonesia's cities. Alright, founded Ostia here, east of Rome. The main motivation there is getting this. It's a grower, not a shower. It doesn't have like any production to start, but it's got this sugar, so it'll grow fast. And there, might as well start on the walls so I have the policy going. Alright, technology. I'll do wheel for one turn so I can get those water mills up in the where appropriate. Nice, the scout was able to get that last hit on that the barbarian spearman there. Now we're just corralling units towards Johannesburg. Some units got a little bit of healing. Oh, I got enough money in the tech for oh, another horse that has a farm over it. So let's use this captured builder to do that. I'll keep the feed going here to while capturing Johannesburg. Let's do I was talking about catapults. I'm going to select engineering as my next tech. That is also the bath. It looks like I'm already at a golden age, so I will wait until the next era. Oh, Rome. I'm building this campus, and then I'm going to queue up just a builder because I forgot this iron mine got damaged by that barbarian. Wish I could have had that repaired already. My boat still can't get through since I don't have open borders. Let's go ahead and declare war in Johannesburg. Start doing that. Song and dance. They've got a lot of units here, and it might be tricky since, based on the geography, I can only have 2 units attacking the city at once. But I will upgrade some of these. Begin upgrading these legions to man-at-arms as able. Once they're healed up. Nice, another barbarian camp cleared. Hopefully a new one doesn't respawn somewhere worse. Beautiful. Gorgo saying, why am I avoiding fighting? I guess with other civs is what she means. Alright, let's do this. Let's take there. And I don't quite have mercenaries to reduce the cost of upgrading, but this, with only being able to do 2 attacks at once on Johannesburg, upgrading a man-at-arms is, I think, really helped me. They have swordsmen at the moment, so 2 man-at-arms, awesome. Okay, Katarja finally moved that warrior so I can withdraw my scouts. Send that boat over. There's a lot of barbarian boats, so let's go check that situation out. This builder, I don't have lumber mill yet, so it's just gonna wait. Barbarian scout. I want to take that down. Alright, and that was turn 87. Oh good, my promise to Canada about settling nearby is done just in time for the settler. So again, similarly to Kume, like pushing the loyalty boundary and creating a buffer, I'm gonna settle right up here to try to get all this silver. Oh, Canada got this wine though. I wanted to buy that if possible from Kume because that's a really good tile. Dang. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, let's start moving it. Oh, good. Looks like I can do my first attack to the walls with this Legion. He'll take a lot of damage, but worth it. Oh, good. Alright. Yeah. Oh no, a barbarian camp spawned. Like I was worried about, looked right in the middle of but luckily. Oops, I moved my settler in the wrong way. That's frustrating. And that concludes the classic era. We have just got feudalism on the same turn that we're entering, and boosted stirrups, and got engineering, and finished feudalism. That's what it said. Okay. All that and more coming in the Middle Ages, and that concludes the classic era. Join me again next time as we dive into the Middle Ages and see what happens with regards to other civs now that I've made them mad capturing these city-states.